Good morning, ladies. I'm Cheryl Kaiser, and I'm your Moxie Empowerment Coach. And this is our weekly morning cup of Moxie, and I'm really super glad that you're here. And what I wanted to do today, the ladies on the group expressed that they would like to know about how looking back at what you've accomplished can help you move forward. And that's a perfect topic, and I'm really glad that kind of was the one that had the most interest. I work with women to help them explore and design and achieve what's next. All right, so that's really kind of broad. And a lot of people lately have been saying, well, like, what's next, how or where? And most of the women I've been working with one-on-one have some kind of entrepreneurial dream, or maybe they are facing maybe having to reinvent themselves and their businesses to stay viable because, face it, times change at a crazy rate. And so it's really important to keep your, good morning, Monique, I'm glad you're here. So it's really important to stay on top of the trends in your business, or maybe the trends, lifestyle trends even. And a few years ago, I reinvented my photography business because I was seeing just things shifting as far as my clients' needs and how they were responding to the way my services were set up. And so in response to what I was seeing changes as, I reinvented my photography business. And so this is one of the things that I do work with women on, and I've also made it part of my signature program that I walk through with people, women like yourselves, Moxie women, who want to make some change, and maybe you don't know where to start, or maybe you have ideas and you've done all the research, but you're kind of stuck in the achieving it part. So the topic about looking back at your accomplishments is actually one of the first things that I work with you on. And because you know, kind of, it's like the rear view mirror in your car. You know, you can look behind you and see what's there, but you know, and when you turn around and look, the view is always a little different. Have you ever done that? You're walking down a path, and then on your way back to the car or whatever, you're like, I don't recognize any of this. Well, that's because you are seeing the scenery from the direction you were walking in. And when you turn around, the scenery is so different. And that's the same with the things in our lives. You know, we kind of are moving forward and we see the scenery in a certain way. But when we turn around and look, and that's so important, we see things with a different perspective, basically, both literally and physically, I suppose. And so that's one of the things that I work with people on. And that's where I challenge you, and I challenge, you know, the women that I work with to turn around, look at what were your main accomplishments. And I encourage you to make a list. What did you look all the way back to high school, to as a kid? Like, what were you proud of? What did you accomplish? And it random, whatever comes to mind. And it's not something that, you know, is easy to do, honestly, and you'll have to sit with it a little while and even revisit it over a week or as an ongoing project. But look back, what were your biggest accomplishments? How did it make you feel? Like, why? And some of the other things are, what do you love? You know, what are you passionate about? You may be passionate about hobbies, particular hobbies. Maybe you have particular talents, you know, within a hobby or within just your lifestyle. What are your talents? What do you love to put out there to give of yourself with? And these are stepping stones to go forward. So that's kind of my step of turning around, looking behind you, looking back in order to look forward. And I work with women then who, like I said, mostly are trying to either reinvent their business or find a new business model for their new selves. We do come to a point in life where we start questioning things, and It's like, wow, I love doing this all my life, and how come I just can't stand getting up in the morning to go to work? And that's this is part of it. These are some of the things that we're facing as mature women. I will never say we're old. And so looking backwards, looking back at your life, looking currently at what you value, what you love, what are your talents, and write it all down and kind of consider them like pieces of a puzzle. And it's all these pieces that, okay, it looks like a table full of puzzle pieces, but when you start looking at certain things, it comes together into a beautiful picture. And that's what I work with women coaching, helping them bring all these different parts and pieces together. Now, what I want to mention too, if you're not already receiving the weekly Moxie Diaries, I encourage you to go to moxiediaries.com, and I'll post the link on this live when I'm finished, and sign up for the email, because I have a couple things cooking, and it's going to include a free little mini course, and as well as a larger course that I will be walking with you through, whether you're exploring or you need to design kind of what's next for your life or career, or maybe you're in the place where you've done all that and you're just kind of stuck because you don't know how to actually implement it and achieve it. So that's what I am happy to help you with. And so ladies, I challenge you to look back, make your lists, and start seeing how things kind of add up. And I know you will be amazed to see things that like you didn't see before. You'll see scenery that you just didn't notice before and have a new perspective on it. And that's a great first step. So again, I'm super glad that you're here, and I hope you have an awesome Moxie Day, and be good and be active, and cheers. Have more Moxie. Have a great day, ladies. Thanks.